So 60% of $1,000 is $600. That gets applied right in that 60% account. Now, you sold $1,000. How much of that was your actual product cost? Half or $500? So you now need to place a $500 order, wholesale, from the company to restock your shelves, just like you're putting Tide with bleach back on your shelves, so they have it when they need it. So you deduct off the $500 order that you're going to make. You also must repay now the tax on that to the company, which is a huge benefit because the company then is responsible for filing that tax with the IRS, not us. We don't have to do that. And then the third thing that's going to happen is you're going to replace the samples that you used along the way. If you're just doing on-the-go selling, that would just be lookbooks. But if you're actually holding appointments, that would be things like the disposable facial cloths and foam trays and some applicators. So that, after you deduct all that out, will leave you $5 or $10, $15 left in that 60% account. You've done the great thing. You stocked your shelf back up and gotten all your supplies and your tax paid. Now you also put 40% of $1,000 or $400 in your paycheck account. So we're going to begin there. The first thing you have to do is pull back out this free and clear worksheet. The first thing we have to do is pay back the loan. That's very important because you don't want to embezzle your business. You don't want to go to Mary Kay jail. So it's really important that you pay back the money. Okay, if you order $2,400, just approximately with the way that interest rates are right now, your payment back over 36 months, and I highly recommend that you break it over 36 months, would be $98. You might have it on a 0% credit card. You might have a bank loan that has 36 different coupons, or somewhere in between. Anything's fine as long as you have the discipline to manage paying it back. So I highly recommend you do what's good for you. So that first payment of $98 is due, and what you'll do is you'll come up here on month 1, write in $98, date it, whatever the date is, and make an X, just like a calendar, so you know what month 1 is paid for. If you look over here on the profit page column, you also have $302 left in that 40% account. Now you have an option. You have a decision. If you're someone that really doesn't need to write yourself a paycheck, you don't really need the extra money, perhaps you're highly motivated to get your business free and clear. What you would do, you have the ability then to make 3 extra payments. So you would come down to month 36, 35, and 34, jot in the amount, that $98 that you're paying, and the date that you're paying them on, and then you're going to X that out, just like a calendar. So that's what you're doing, and then you can follow it along, so you know exactly where the money's at. Do you know $1,000 retailing a month, and applying everything towards this, you can pay this off in a very short amount of time. But the great news is you've got flexibility, and as a woman, that's what I want for your Mary Kay business. So let's say next month you decided to go on a family vacation and let Mary Kay pay for it. That's exciting. So now instead of making 3 more extra payments, make your 1 payment. And then take that $302 profit and go on vacation. Have a great time and let your family know Mary Kay paid for it. The next month again, you might be highly motivated again to make more payments and so to quickly get that paid off. But I want you to know there's no right or wrong. Taking 36 months, you can take the interest if you have any on that and deduct that off your tax. That's a legal tax deduction for your business. Don't be in too big of a hurry if you truly do need the extra money, because what will make you feel motivated about working Mary Kay is writing yourself that paycheck. And what will motivate your family, especially your husband or your children, is when they know they're getting some monetary benefits from choices that your Mary Kay career allowed your family. That's super exciting. They'll be cheering you on and kind of wanting you out the door if you're taking them on a vacation. So I highly recommend that you follow this plan and don't be afraid to start as on profit, even if you're just considering this as a hobby or a very part-time consultant. You can have great success and have lots of good benefits from writing yourself even a small paycheck. The good news is if you need a bigger paycheck, here's what would happen. Let's just say that you sold $2,000 in the month. You split your money up, and 40% of that $2,000 went into your paycheck account. That means $800 went into your paycheck account. You made your loan payment, that $98. Now you have $702 left instead of $302. So by elevating your activity on the other end and working more hours in Mary Kay, you can quickly get that paycheck amount up to where you want and need it to be. It's totally up to you, and it will all be correlated to how many hours you put into your Mary Kay business. So again, I want to encourage you, even as a hobby or part-time consultant, to truly understand the money before you begin so you can make a direct decision for yourself. Now, if you turn that sheet back over and you're on the Money Matters worksheet, I want you to walk through the example that we have here. Maybe a consultant came in right in the middle at $1,800. Her goal is to build it to $3,000. That is her designated goal of profit. It would take her 6 months of having the same work, $1,000 retail, in order to build that $1,800 to a $3,000, reinvesting all her money while along the way paying for the small loan she had on that smaller amount. It's the same work. I just really encourage you to look at this closely, because even though you're making money, you are making a profit if you're reinvesting it. It's hard for your family to see that. They just see that you're working Mary Kay, they see that you have this product on hand, and so I just want you to know that if you're able to consider starting this as a business, even with hobby or part-time hours, you can have tremendous kind of motivation behind you. Finally, on this sheet, if you print this out, I've got some income tax deductions made easy. And so again, especially if your husband maybe is kind of into that, like saving money, I'm all about paying my fair share. I want to pay my fair share. I just don't want to pay other people's fair share. So I want to know that your Mary Kay business truly can give you legal tax deductions, and there are a lot of women that are attracted to a Mary Kay business because of those tax deductions. So it's really great, and I want you to just start off and know, whether it's hobby or part-time or full-time in Mary Kay, you're entitled to those same tax deductions, so what a great benefit. So the last page that you'd be printing off from me would be a sheet that says start on profit and stay on profit with your 60-40 split. Again, I can't impress upon you again how important it is to have those two accounts be splitting your money up so that you're restocking your shelf and having the ability to write yourself a paycheck. I hope that this has been helpful as you began your business and considering step 2. Step 1 was getting that starter kit. It's kind of an emotional decision sometimes, and again, I know you're excited and nervous all wrapped into one. But clear your head, sit down, get truly educated about this step, which is your business step, and figure out for yourself what truly is the best decision for yourself to give yourself the best chance at Mary Kay. Here's the good news. If a year from now you've decided Mary Kay's not for you, you can box that inventory up and return it to the company, and the company will pay you 90% of what you paid for it. But this is what I know, and this is why I want so desperately for you to just truly look inside of yourself and know that if you do get educated and look at this as a business, even if you start very part-time, that you can have such a great benefit, because you'll give yourself that year of really trying it out. What I don't want to happen is you get to the end of the first year and have just had a year of kind of being frustrated in your business because you never really had what people wanted, and you never knew, did you really give yourself a great fair shake at trying this? So I'd rather you just jump in, try it, see if it works. If it does, fabulous, write yourself a bunch of paychecks. If it doesn't, you know what, you'll know, and you'll know that wasn't the reason why it wasn't for you. So you just have to decide whether or not you want to start that way and give yourself every benefit of having success in this business. The other thing I know, because I work with a lot of women and have now for 14 years, is you know what? When you have to pay money back, you're motivated. Sometimes we're always looking for that thing of what's going to motivate us. And you know what? Owing a little bit of money is kind of good sometimes, because sometimes maybe you don't want to talk to somebody or want to open up that starter kit and get going, even though deep down inside you really are in love with all the benefits this career could give you. So I just really encourage you to get educated. Let your director or your recruiter walk you through all of your options. And the other benefit of starting with product, of course, is all the free product that the company is going to be giving you. You only get that on your first initial order. So that's why it's really important that you're looking at all of the materials that your director supplied you, and anything online you want to print off, so you're totally educated before you make that decision. That way, it's going to be a business decision, not an emotional decision. And you know, I think as you start a business, the most important thing is that you do truly get to that business part of yourself so that you can give yourself all of the benefits of starting your business and really finding out, is this going to work for me? Again, I want to welcome you to Mary Kay, and to this marvelous company. I've had a fantastic journey in Mary Kay. I started off very slowly, but picked up the pace. It's afforded us incredible things, most of all the intangibles. Our son is now in college, and my paychecks are just paying for a little bit out of my paycheck for his college education. He could have gone anywhere in the country to college, and my Mary Kay paychecks now would have afforded him, without taking anything out of our savings, for him to really follow his dreams and find out what kind of potential God's put inside of him. We also have a miracle girl who just turned 6. There's 13 years between them. And really my Mary Kay business allowed us to have her. So I just encourage you, wherever you're at in your life, whether you're younger, medium like me, a little bit older, give yourself the benefit of truly stepping out into this fabulous, wonderful world of Mary Kay. I wish you the best success, and thanks again for taking the time to begin your journey along this fabulous career. Thanks again. Have a great start.